Hey everybody, Tony and Sarah Zalecki. Hi replayers, how you guys doing?
What's up?
This is actually a take 2, so we'll see how this goes. So guys, if you are somebody that really wants to get your business in shape, this will be a great live for you. So make sure you guys watch to the end. We'll keep it short and sweet.
Yep.
But we wanted to connect with you guys today and talk to you guys just about a couple of things that really helped us just get our business and just the best optimal health, right? The best shape ever. Because if you're anything like us, there were times that our business was, I don't know, a little lazy.
Yep, not moving the way we wanted it to go.
A little overweight,
Yep.
right? That type of thing. And we were like, man, we have got to tighten this up, right? So there's 3 simple things that we want to share with you guys that really helped us do it.
Yeah, and the first thing would be, man, we learned to fall in love with our team and the people we were working with and the people that were around us every day and the people that we could influence and impact and really, just give them a good path to run on. And I think a lot of times in the business is that, we're working with people and they're maybe not hitting our expectations, right? Or goals we want them to hit, or, they're not producing big. And you got to be okay with that, because what we have learned is most people, they don't thrive right away. Most people don't hit it out the park right away.
Right.
But you still got to be in their corner.
Right. And guys, like falling in love with the team is like sometimes a little bit easier said than done.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like for all those of us that have parents or that are parents, right? Sometimes we have one of the kids that maybe, cause a little bit more trouble or, having a hard time finding their way or, just kind of gets into mischief or what have you. And sometimes that's what happens in our business is that, guess what? We have every personality type, right? And every walk of life, and everyone kind of has to go through their own stuff in this business. And so sometimes we just have to learn how to be a little bit more patient.
Yep.
And I will tell you that just learning how to love on your guys just as much as you possibly can, right? Biting your tongue, always stepping back and looking at, okay, so how can I see it from their perspective, right? Stepping back and how can I see it in their shoes, and stepping back and just going, hey, listen, like, that might have happened because maybe they were having a bad day, or maybe there was a situation that you didn't know about, right? And just learning how to give grace, right? Give grace to every single member of your team. I promise you that will serve you so well in this business. And, I think it's important too, because even for ourselves, like we didn't have fast success in this business. And I'm so grateful that people still believed in us and people still, encouraged us and cheered us on and said, hey, listen, they're going to figure it out. Right. And sometimes it just takes a while. I tell people, like, sometimes your people are going to have to just put in their dues and just kind of like learn the skills and it's going to take a little bit of time. Right. But I think that's the thing you have to learn to be careful of, is just like, making sure that your motive, is never there, right, with your team. Learning how to just kind of love them unconditionally no matter what, I promise you will do you so much good long-term, right? Long-term in this business. Second thing in the business, right? We want to get our business strong. So what do we need to do? We need to get a little bit obsessed about our business, right? The O word, right?
But that's not a bad thing.
Right, but a lot of people are like, oh my God, does that mean that's all you're going to talk about, all you're going to breathe about, all you're going to be whatever? Well, I don't know. What's your goal, right? If your goal is you want to create a better quality of life, well, then you're going to probably need to get a little bit obsessed about your business, right? If your goal is to transition out of your job, if your goal is to retire your husband, if your goal is to, if you've got some bigger goals, well, then you're probably going to need to get a little bit obsessed, right? I tell people, when people have been obsessed about something in your life, like, it usually turns out well, right? Whatever that is. Mm-hmm. Obsessed about your health, obsessed about, working with your kids and growing them into, these just amazing little humans, right? Whatever that is in our life, like, it's turned out well. If we haven't been obsessed with something and we just kind of like wait to see what happens and, try to wing it or whatever, guys, how does that usually work out? It doesn't work out. So I think it's important for us to the whole, what we perceive as, oh my God, I don't know if I want to be obsessed with it. We need to be totally immersed, right? Yep. I think about our kids. So some of you guys know, our kids have been going to a Spanish immersion school since they were 6 months old, right? Why did we put them in a Spanish immersion school? Because we knew that if they wanted to learn Spanish, if they wanted to become fluent, if they wanted to be able to have conversations and understand the culture, they needed to be immersed, right? Immersed. And that's the same thing in our business, is that you got to be immersed. So, being obsessed, right? Meaning not just dipping your toe in the water.
Which most people do.
Right. In
anything.
We go to get in the pool, and instead of jumping in the pool, we dip our toe in the water, which is what? Way more freaking painful than just jumping in, right? And just being in, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
And most of us, right, how must agree that a lot of times, if the pool is cold, as soon as we get in, what happens 9 times out of 10? We say in 1 minute or 2, oh my God, this isn't as cold as I thought. Oh, I got used to the water.
Not that bad.
It's not that bad, right? And that's the same thing in our business, is we got to be able to look at and go, are we obsessed in our business, right? Are we completely immersed in our business? And if not, well, then you need to be, right? That's going to help you get strong and get in the best shape ever of your business.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I'll ask you a question. Think about the people that are great that you can think of right now in different fields, different professions, people you love, you admire, you follow. Typically, those people are obsessed about what it is that they do, whether it's a sport, whether it's a career, whether it's a skill set, whatever it is, all those combined, they're obsessed about it. So I just think that so many people think it's a bad thing to be obsessed, but it really isn't a bad thing to be obsessed.
Yeah. No, not at all. I mean, we would not be where we are today if it wasn't for that.
Yeah.
Period.
Next thing is taking control of our mind.
Right.
I mean, we get lazy up here so fast, don't we?
Well, Tony and I, we talk about that. Guys, like, for us, like, our work ethic has always been like scale of 1 to 20, 20.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can have an amazing work ethic, but if your mind is lazy, if it's sloppy, I tell people sometimes, I'm like, my mind was like a slob. It was like, it was like, so there was a huge disconnect, right? Like our work ethic was like freaking like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, right? Like all these like supermodels, right?
Right.
But our mind was like, oh my God, it looked like, the overweight guy and girl, the guy sitting in his boxers on the couch eating Cheetos and the girl eating a whole thing of bonbons. You know what I'm talking about, guys? Huge, huge disconnect, right? Crazy huge.
Yes.
So we were like, we need to get control of our mind.
Yeah, we
right?
do.
Like, what are we telling ourselves every day? Like, what are the things that are happening in our business? Are we saying, why? Why is this happening? Or I can't find enough people, or I can't seem to find enough time, or whatever it may be. Like, are we buying into those things? And guys, a huge thing that happened with us was we changed a couple of things. Here's what I changed with my mind. Instead of saying, I can't find anyone to talk to, I don't have enough people to talk to in my business, I simply rephrased it.
Right.
Instead of saying, I don't have, I said, how can I find more people to talk to about my business? And guess what happened? The minute that I said, how can I find, my brain all of a sudden went into the mode of, guess what? Problem solving. I need to start finding people. I need to start. And my brain started going into being resourceful and finding the solutions and being the problem solver immediately. So it put my brain into action of finding it. So I want to encourage you that think about some of the things that you say out of your mouth. What if you changed it with, how can I? If you change it with, how can I, your brain, I promise you, will go into being proactive and being a problem solver inside of your business, right? Big tip for us.
Yeah, and just stop saying to yourself, I'm not good at this. Start saying, I am good at this, right? Or I'm a bad recruiter. I don't know how to communicate with people. Don't say those things to yourself every single day, because you will be a bad recruiter if you keep telling yourself you're a bad recruiter, right? It's just those little tweaks that change everything, and before you know it, you're great at recruiting.
Yeah, exactly. And so guys, here's the thing. So these 3 things were huge for us. We also obviously have a bunch of other things that helped us really get in shape with our business. And if you're somebody that you're like, hey, I need some more tips, do me a favor. Feel free to drop us a private message. Tony or I will totally help you out. We'll give you guys a couple other pointers that, maybe is helping us right now, right, in our business to move forward. But, just simply working on those 3 things, guys, I promise you will help you move along stronger, get stronger inside of your business. And those are things that you can start applying immediately, right? Today, we jump off this live, you go to work and you start doing those things. It will help you start seeing a big, big turnaround inside of your business. So we love you guys. We'll talk to you soon and have a great one.